für dich eingesetzt habe, dass ich anständig meine Zeit verwendet habe im Dienste meines Volkes. Gib du jetzt deine Stimme ab. Wenn ja, dann tritt für mich ein, so wie ich für dich eingetreten
On average, I wasn't afraid except when the bombs were falling. I was born in May 26, 1940. We left Budapest in December of 1944 because the Russians were advancing. Anybody that stayed, especially the educated people, they would capture and take to Siberia. My father had to leave, and he was in charge of the refugees leaving Hungary, and he put us on the last train that he was escorting out. And he also had to escort the train back. He had to come through enemy lines on foot, dodging Russian soldiers who were trying to kill everyone that was trying to leave. So it took him several days to get back to us in Austria. Well, my parents kept us protected. They never really put fear into us, even when we used to go to the bomb shelters during the bomb raids. Except during the war, the bridges were bombed. A lot of the buildings had been bombed. The bombs did scare me a little. When the bombs would fall and it would shake the earth, that was a little scary. We had to leave our everyday life, and we had to leave our home. We had to leave our family. So that must have been quite traumatic for my parents. We were Austria from 1945 to 1951. My parents said we were going to the United States, and my grandmother was going to stay because she was going to Switzerland, which made me very sad. We just got ready to go, and as a child, I was not fearful or excited, or I went along with what my parents were telling me to do, and we were going to the United States. We left for the United States May of 1951. The ship journey to me was wonderful. All the open sea, I've never seen the ocean before, so this was my first time seeing the ocean. And there were lots of people on the ship. My mother became seasick, though. She stayed downstairs in the bunk area. The ship arrived in New York Harbor. We never did go to Ellis Island. We just went straight to New York Harbor. In 1951, certain ships didn't have to go through Ellis Island. And I'm assuming it's because we were totally vetted. My father was supposed to have a job waiting for him, a place to live. As it turned out, my father's job had been taken by someone else. We had no place to go. Then the Salvation Army stepped in, and they took us to Springfield, Massachusetts. There were many other people there also. My father had no job, and so we had no place to live. So we had to figure out where to go, and we had friends that we had known in Austria, and they were living in Cleveland. So they said we could stay with them for a while until we found a place. I was enrolled in the YMCA in the summer camp, and so I attended every day. I was 11 by then, so I was pretty safe for me to walk around. Well, when we first came to the United States, I wanted to be American. I just wanted to belong. I finally, becoming a U.S. citizen, finally felt like I belonged somewhere. I had been in so many places in my short life that I just wanted to settle down somewhere, be somewhere. And then once we got my citizenship, that was some time later. But once I got my citizenship, I felt like I actually belonged to a country and not just a refugee wandering the world, even though that wasn't the bad thing, but it was nice to belong to a country. And so I did not keep up with my Hungarian language. I didn't keep up with anything Hungarian. I just wanted to become an American. So I do know that my father wanted us to speak Hungarian at home, but my mother, on the other hand, was trying to learn English, and she asked us to speak English at home. And I've learned since then that you should not ever lose your identity. You should always keep your identity, even though you want to immerse yourself into another country and another culture. Dalton, my grandson, talked me into going to Hungary because it opened up a whole new world for me. Hungary was beautiful, and I really, really enjoyed it, and it made me feel like I was coming home. I just basically remember being with family and doing things with family. So it was really, really nice to actually come back to the country that I was born in, the city that I was born in, and see all these big, beautiful buildings, big, beautiful statues, Chesney thermal baths, and the house that my mother grew up in. Remember where you came from, but always embrace where you're going and where you're living, and embrace the people that you're with. Just try to appreciate everything, and I do now.